Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE Friday Night SmackDown will begin soon, and the show should be an exciting one. Both Cody Rhodes and John Cena have been announced for the episode, as have two Money in the Bank qualifying matches. That's not all, however. In addition to Cody making his SmackDown return, so will Bianca Belair. The EST has been absent since after WrestleMania due to a hand injury, but in a vignette last week, she revealed she's back and will be on SmackDown tonight. It isn't currently clear what Bianca will do on Friday Night SmackDown later tonight, but it will likely lead to a new feud. The women's division is firing on all cylinders lately, so Belair certainly has a lot of options for opponents, but who might she feud with? This article will take a look at a handful of potential rivalries for the EST that could kickstart after her SmackDown return. Bianca Belair is one of the most popular female performers in the world. She has been part of the main roster for 5 years now and has held multiple world titles across Raw and SmackDown. She has also headlined WrestleMania. Jade vs. Bianca is a dream feud. WWE fans hoped the two would clash as soon as Jade joined the sports entertainment juggernaut. Instead, the two actually formed a bond and went on to become multi-time women's tag team champions. Still, a feud between the pair is something fans desperately want to see. With Evolution just over a month and a half away, perhaps this dream rivalry could kickstart on SmackDown tonight so the pair can headline the big PLE. Naomi is a veteran of pro wrestling. She started her WWE career through developmental and NXT. Over time, she became a multi-time women's tag team champion and a former SmackDown women's champion. The Queen of Glow shocked fans when she turned heel earlier this year. Naomi was revealed to be Jade Cargill's mystery attacker. The two went on to fight in what is now an underrated bout from WrestleMania 41. Notably, Bianca was distraught and saddened by Jade and Naomi fighting. Now that Belair is back, it could lead to the Queen of Glow and the EST feuding. Naomi keeps claiming Bianca won't message her back. Perhaps Naomi will send Belair a message in person tonight. Jordynne Grace is a world-traveled superstar. Prior to signing with WWE and competing on NXT, Grace was the face of the TNA Knockouts division. She isn't particularly tall, but Jordynne is extremely strong and can outpower nearly any other wrestler today. In massive news, it appears the powerful former TNA Knockouts champion will no longer be on the NXT brand. According to recent reports, Jordynne is set to be called up to WWE's main roster. If Jordynne is main roster bound, it would make sense for her to clash with Belair. The two had an incredible showing in the past during the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now the two could have a proper feud in World Wrestling Entertainment. Tiffany Stratton is an absurdly popular WWE star on SmackDown. Despite initially debuting as a heel, fans took to the uber-athletic and charismatic performer, forcing a babyface turn. Her talent and success have led Tiffany to become the world champion. The Buff Barbie has been a successful WWE Women's Champion. She has turned away challengers such as Bayley, Charlotte Flair, and even Nia Jax. With that being said, a new one could be preparing for the talented Stratton. As noted, Bianca Belair is a multi-time world champion. She is likely eyeing Tiffany and the world title. Bianca and Stratton could have a confrontation on Friday Night SmackDown tonight that sets up a major feud for them moving forward. Charlotte Flair is one of the greatest female performers in WWE history. She is a 14-time world champion, which is a feat no other female star can claim. She has also headlined WrestleMania. The Queen is in a bit of a funk on Friday Night SmackDown. Flair lost to Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. From there, she failed to qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. With that being said, Bianca Belair vs. Charlotte Flair is another dream match for fans. The two have been the unstoppable aces of the division in the past, so what happens when they go one-on-one? That rivalry could begin later tonight. After weeks of absence and speculation, the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, is officially back on SmackDown. Her return comes at a time when the Blue Brand's women's division is brimming with rising contenders, dangerous rivals, and complex alliances. Fans had been eagerly anticipating Belair's comeback since her last match at WrestleMania 41, where she was part of a historic triple threat match alongside Jade Cargill and the reigning champion Bayley. Despite putting up an incredible fight, Belair came up short, but now she's ready to remind the world why she is the EST of WWE. As SmackDown prepares for its next cycle of rivalries and storytelling, Bianca Belair's return immediately raises one burning question: who's next in line to step to the EST? Let's dive into 5 major feuds that could erupt now that Belair is back, and each one could define the next era of SmackDown. The most immediate and perhaps the most intense rivalry waiting for Belair is with Jade Cargill. After their unforgettable clash at WrestleMania 41, where Cargill's power and star-making performance turned heads, WWE seems primed to revisit this dynamic. While Bayley escaped the triple threat match with her title intact, it was Cargill and Belair who left the biggest impression. Fans across social media have called for a one-on-one showdown between the two athletic marvels. And with both women now regular fixtures on SmackDown, the timing couldn't be better. WWE could easily build a storyline where Jade, emboldened by her momentum and boosted by her win over Naomi, dismisses Belair as yesterday's news. Belair, ever the fighting competitor, would likely respond with fire, setting the stage for a high-stakes feud. The angle could center on legacy versus dominance, Belair's historic title reigns and WrestleMania moments against Cargill's rising reputation and unshakable confidence. The in-ring possibilities are endless, and the eventual match could be built as a potential SummerSlam or even Survivor Series headliner. As the powerhouses clash, the women's division would reap the benefits of the spectacle. Another compelling direction WWE could take is revisiting the unfinished business between Bianca Belair and Damage CTRL. While the faction has undergone changes, with Io Sky losing her title and Dakota Kai assuming more of a leadership role, there's still history here that hasn't been fully explored. Belair has clashed with nearly every member of Damage CTRL at some point, but she's never truly ended the war. With Dakota Kai recently stepping up as a more prominent voice within the group, WWE could lean into a story where Kai blames Belair for dismantling the original unit. Kai, hungry to re-establish the group's dominance, could orchestrate an ambush on Belair's first night back, claiming that the EST never finished what she started. This could lead to a string of matches against various members of Damage CTRL, culminating in a brutal showdown between Belair and Kai at a major event. The feud could also serve as an opportunity to elevate younger or returning female stars who align with the faction. It would allow WWE to explore Belair's resilience and leadership while using her to further cement Kai's villainous potential. A third potential rivalry that has fans buzzing involves none other than the current SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. While they clashed at WrestleMania 41 in a triple threat format, Belair never received a proper one-on-one rematch for the title. Given Bayley's emotional title win and her surprising babyface momentum, a new feud between the two could take on a different tone than in the past. This wouldn't be about betrayals or factions. It would be about respect, competition, and legacy. WWE could frame the story around Bayley feeling overlooked despite finally capturing the championship she's long deserved, while Belair insists that she deserves a proper title opportunity. The two have chemistry both on the mic and in the ring, and the brand would benefit from a renewed focus on two of its most experienced and credible performers. The stakes would be incredibly high, not just championship gold, but a chance to truly define who is the face of SmackDown's women's division in 2025. The story practically writes itself. Bayley wants to prove she's not a transitional champ, while Belair wants to reclaim the throne she once called home. The potential for mutual respect slowly eroding into fierce rivalry is enormous. But if WWE wants to throw a curveball, they could go in a different direction entirely, introducing Bianca Belair into a heated, personal feud with none other than Tiffany Stratton. The former NXT Women's Champion has been gaining major traction since arriving on the main roster, and her center-of-the-universe persona has made her an instant magnet for attention and conflict. Imagine a scenario where Stratton interrupts Belair's return promo, mocking her absence and calling her style so last year. The EST, never one to back down from a challenge, could clap back with flair, setting off a war of words and eventually fists. This feud wouldn't just be about who's better. It would be about generational identity. Belair represents authenticity, grit, and earned success. Stratton, on the other hand, embodies entitlement, glamour, and social media polish. It would be a feud tailor-made for today's WWE audience, with both women bringing unique fanbases and attitudes to the ring. The in-ring matches would be explosive, and the promos could be some of the best on the blue brand. This storyline would allow Stratton to continue her ascent, while giving Belair a fresh non-title program with high stakes. Lastly, and perhaps most unexpectedly, WWE could craft a slow-burning, emotionally charged feud between Bianca Belair and Naomi. While the two have been allies and friends in the past, their recent trajectories suggest a potential collision course. Naomi's devastating loss to Jade Cargill at WrestleMania has left her character vulnerable and seeking redemption. If Belair returns and is immediately granted a title shot or main event spot, WWE could explore a jealousy angle. Naomi, feeling overlooked once again, might confront Belair, not as a heel, but as someone tired of being in the shadow of others. This feud could be built around mutual respect unraveling into tension, and fans would be deeply invested in both characters. WWE could even draw from real-life parallels, highlighting the challenges Black women face in wrestling, expectations, and the pressure to always deliver. With subtle storytelling and emotional depth, this rivalry could go down as one of the most nuanced and powerful women's feuds in recent years. Both Naomi and Belair would thrive with layered promos and big match energy. And if done right, it could even culminate in a WrestleMania-worthy moment of reconciliation or devastation. In the ever-changing landscape of WWE, few returns have the potential to shake things up quite like Bianca Belair's. Her charisma, athleticism, and connection with the audience make her a key pillar of SmackDown's women's division. And now that she's back, the possibilities are endless. Whether WWE pairs her with rising stars, longtime rivals, or conflicted allies, one thing is certain: the EST's next chapter will be just as thrilling as the last. With big shows like Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series on the horizon, WWE has the perfect platform to showcase Belair's continued rise, or her most challenging battles yet. Fans should buckle up, because Bianca Belair is back, and she's ready to remind the WWE Universe exactly who she is. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.